I'm sitting here waiting on my Uber. You are messing with a Navy veteran that is waiting on an Uber.
Stand up.
What are you doing?
I'm taking money out of my kids' mouths.
Sorry.
Are you taking food out of my kids' mouths?
Like I said, we believe right now that this is drug proceeds, illicit currency.
Well, I'm going to prove to you that it's not.
Perfect.
Police officers must never overstep their boundaries and try to mess with high-ranking military officers, as it can backfire soon. Today we'll be going through these cases where these stupid officers messed with military veterans and later regretted their actions. In February 20th, 21, 39-year-old retired Marine veteran Stephen Lara was on a road trip back home when a Nevada Highway Patrol officer pulled him over. Little did he know the simple traffic stop would escalate into something disastrous.
We're trying to educate drivers about violations they may not realize they're committing, but we're seeing a big increase in crashes out here. First, applaud you on your driving. You drive great. You're driving really slow. It appears that you're trying to drive safely under the speed limit. I appreciate that. I just want to talk about your following distance, especially around commercial vehicles.
You a fighter? I'm a fighter? Yeah, you got a tap-out shirt on. Well, I've got a lot of training. I'm a retired Marine.
What do your daughters do, man?
Ever been in trouble with law enforcement before?
When did you leave? When did you leave? What part of Texas are you thinking you're buying a house in? What were you doing for work up there? Hey, while I'm working on this, let me ask you something, man. This is going to sound kind of weird. Part of my job out here is I do what's called highway interdiction. I look for people that are smuggling contraband through our state, across the country, weapons, humans, drugs, illicit currency, things like that. Anything in the vehicle I should be aware of? Okay. No firearm? No explosives? Okay. Are there any coke? Yeah, I gotta ask all these silly questions, right? Okay. Any large amounts of United States currency in the vehicle?
This was the first mistake Stephen made by allowing the officer to search his vehicle. He was carrying over $80,000 in cash as he was going to meet his family after long. However, the poor veteran had no idea what would happen in the next few moments.
I think you're a good guy.
I'm a good guy.
So how much cash is that?
About 100 grand.
100 grand. Okay. So, as you know, right? I'm a vet. He's a vet. You're a vet. It's not illegal to carry currency, have currency.
Sure, it's not.
It does, though, make us ask some questions on why someone has 100,000. I understand why you don't trust banks, especially in this day and age, right?
I have nothing to hide from you.
I appreciate that. Give me a few seconds. Can I make a couple phone calls, right? Okay. I'm waiting to hear back from Shane to see if he comes out here. This is it's a strange one, but not a strange one. Consented to a search, said there was money up there. We located what he says is $100,000. It's in a Ziploc sandwich baggie. There's also, I haven't gone into it a bunch, I'm waiting to get back to Shane, but there's a bunch of bank receipts and stuff in there as well to show the currency. This might be Shane, hold on one second. This is Shane, let me call you back.
What are your thoughts, Chris?
I kind of leaning more towards, it's odd, but
It's odd, but it's not packaged like
not,
normal.
No, and he's answering the questions. There's receipts here, and
I would like to put the dog on the currency, man.
Okay.
The officer ended up calling a DEA agent who soon called for a dog to check the currency for any. However, it's been proven that is not the authentic way to check whether the currency is clean or not. Nevertheless, the cops ended up doing something horrible.
Positive alert. Huh?
We'll go forward with it.
Okay.
What we're going to do, I believe there's dog alerted to it.
Drug?
Yeah, it's very common, sir. We get people that are trafficking large quantities of marijuana from Northern California to all states east, even from Reno.
Sir, I can tell you right now,
I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen, okay? We're going to seize it today, but that doesn't mean we're the final judgment on it. It's going to go through the DEA, okay? So the DEA will contact you and the DEA will provide you with a means to fight it. You're going to have to provide your pay stubs. You're going to have to provide your other receipts and stuff like that.
Stephen was absolutely gruntled at this moment as he had nothing on him. He had all of his life savings with him, and now the officers had practically stolen his money, leaving him in despair.
Just want to let you know, I know you're just doing your job. That money I worked really hard for. Money that I have in my jacket is only a few dollars. Asking money to pay for my kids, my bills, my hotel. We're going to get that car back to Texas. So, I know you're just doing your job. I don't know what to do. Probably going to be stuck here unless somebody sends me some money. There's no way I'm providing for my children this week. Get back to Texas. This is all I get here?
That's what you get, yes, sir. You're going to get noticed in the mail as well at that address, okay?
The DEA stole his money, and Stephen had to ask his brother to wire him $1,000 so he could at least get home. A month after the incident, Stephen filed the lawsuit against the DEA and in federal court. Only then did the agency agree to return his money. He is now suing the Nevada Highway Patrol to ensure that incidents like this don't happen in the future. Well, this veteran got his money back, but you'd be shocked to see how this tyrant officer dealt with this vet.
You are messing with a Navy veteran that is waiting on an Uber.
Stand up.
What are you doing?
On May 1st, 2021, 53-year-old war veteran James was sitting on a bench outside his bar after drinking all night. James was calmly waiting for his Uber, but the officers arrived and the situation worsened.
How you doing? What's going on?
Just waiting on my Uber.
Waiting for your Uber?
Yeah.
You have an ID I can take a look at, man?
No, you don't. I don't. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Well, you're sitting in front of a closed bar and I can
I'm
see you're
waiting on my
intoxicated.
Uber, my friend.
Let me see your ID.
No.
Okay. We can do this one in two ways, sir.
We can
Okay,
do this many ways.
I'm being respectful to you.
I'm sitting here waiting on my Uber. I am doing nothing
Show me on your
wrong.
phone that your Uber's coming.
You know what? I want to break out my camera right now.
Go ahead, mine's running
I want
as
to
well.
start filming you.
Mine's running as well.
I am not doing anything wrong.
Okay, well,
I'm doing everything right. Not drinking and driving. And why are you messing with me?
you're sitting in front of a closed bar.
You are messing with a Navy veteran that is waiting on an Uber
Sir, I'm going to ask you one
that
more
is
time.
doing
I need
nothing
to-
wrong.
Can I see your ID?
No.
It was commendable how James, despite being clearly intoxicated, refused to give up his constitutional right.
Give me your ID. I'm giving you a lawful order.
You're not getting anything, dude.
Okay. Stand
I
up.
am not doing
Stand up.
anything wrong.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
What are you doing? I'm sitting
Put your
here
hands behind
doing
your back.
nothing.
Put your other hand behind your back. Set your phone down, sir, and put your hand behind your back.
I'm sitting here doing nothing. Waiting on an Uber.
Two
Are you
victims, six
kidding
protective
me?
custody.
I'm
and
doing
you want to argue,
nothing.
and you're intoxicated.
I
I don't think you're making good choices, sir.
I'm waiting on my Uber,
And all
which
I-
is the
sir,
best choice.
Sir, all I was trying to do was verify.
The worst choice
all-
would be
sir,
driving.
Sir, all I was trying to do was verify your Uber. Was that right or wrong?
Well, if you unlock me, I'll show you the Uber.
Well, that's what I. How many
verification.
times did I ask for that, sir? Huh?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
have I done anything illegal?
Well, you're intoxicated in public.
I'm sitting
Okay,
on a
and I'm not-
bench waiting on my
Right,
Uber.
at a closed business in a high crime area.
Waiting on
okay?
my
So,
Uber.
sir, I have no idea who you are or what you're doing, and it's my job to find out. So all I did was wanted to have a conversation with you, and you won't give me any information at all, and it's obvious that you're intoxicated, right?
That is why I am waiting on an Uber.
Right.
This officer certainly needs to be educated on the law, as sitting outside a closed business is not illegal. The officer showed no respect for the veteran, arresting him for doing nothing wrong.
You want to do all you want to do is film me and argue with me.
I have done nothing wrong. I'm sitting here minding my own business.
Sir,
True or false?
I'm just doing my job.
You are a Navy veteran.
Sir, step over here.
Just sitting
Step
here
over
minding my
Step
own
over here.
business.
Step over here. Sir, you can't even walk.
I'm sitting here minding my own business.
You can't even walk, sir.
What are you guys doing?
You can't even walk. You're
What?
intoxicated
No,
to the point
no,
where
no,
you're
no,
a danger
no,
to yourself.
no. I'm sitting here minding my own business. What are you guys doing? I'm waiting on my Uber.
Sir,
doing
you're going to go to
nothing.
detox. You can't even walk.
Oh my God,
Okay.
dude.
You
Uncuff
can't even
me and let me know if I can walk or not.
Well, it's pretty obvious that you can't.
You guys, are you serious? I have an Uber coming.
Lock those are not double locked.
Guys, seriously,
I'll
stop.
grab his stuff. Let me get in the car.
I have an Uber coming. Please stop. Just let me go home. I have an Uber coming.
James had made an informed decision to call an Uber. He wasn't drunk driving, and the officers had no reason to arrest him. To make matters worse, they threw him inside their police cruiser.
I was sitting in the chair, not
Sir?
bothering anybody.
Sir, I was trying to be reasonable with you.
Oh my
It's
God,
obvious that
dude.
you're
I am a
feeling
Navy
trusted.
veteran.
Okay, thank you for your service.
And I'm just sitting there minding my own business.
Right, at a closed business.
And
it's my
waiting
job-
on my Uber.
And all I asked was for you to verify it. All I asked you to do is show me it on your phone, and I'm good with that. Okay, but you refused to do that, so you couldn't
You guys
prove that.
are, I mean, really, you're going to
Okay.
do this to a Navy veteran?
Sir,
I'm sitting on a
have a seat in the car.
Oh my God, man. Are you guys serious? I've done
I have
nothing.
no idea who he is.
Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
No, I don't have any weapons on me.
Just hold on before you step in.
I have no weapons on me. I mean, I can't believe you guys are doing this. I seriously can't do a Navy veteran. Are you really doing this to a Navy veteran?
I'll grab his phone.
Having no respect for the Navy veteran, the officers again came towards him and realized that he had been speaking the truth from the beginning.
James, listen to me.
Didn't drink and drive.
Thank you
made
for
the
that.
right choice, and you guys come up and just shake me down.
James,
Navy veteran,
James,
combat medic.
James.
Talk to me. I mean, I'm just sitting there, waiting on my Uber. My Uber is.
Is
gonna
there
be there in
anybody
2 minutes.
sober that can come get you?
You're not listening.
You're not, sir. I'm
I
asking.
called an Uber.
Well, you can't
The
call.
Uber was 2 minutes away.
You can't. You
before
can't.
you shook me down.
James, we've been here for 10 minutes and they're not here. You can't call Uber. Okay? That's not the
my
way.
phone?
That's not the way Uber works. He's got your
Where's
phone.
my phone?
He's got your
Right
phone
here.
right there.
Look it up. Whether I call an Uber or not.
You can't call them on the phone.
Did you do it through an app or did you?
I
Call
did
them.
through the Uber app.
All right, so how do I get into your phone?
6969.
If they're coming, man, I'll release you to them. But if not,
6969.
but if they're not, you're not
And
leaving
then
us much
look out
choice.
Uber. I'm not going to lie to you.
How do I go?
6969.
He's in it.
I'm in.
Uber.
Where do I search that? I don't have this.
Go
stuff.
to the Uber app. Just scroll through till you find the Uber app. Listen, fellas, you should not be doing this to a combat medic veteran. I was sitting there minding my own business.
Is he coming?
I was
Okay.
Suddenly, the officer realized the massive blunder they had made. Within a second, their confrontational demeanor changed as they tried to pose as if they cared for James.
you guys.
James.
I respect your job.
James, listen to me for a minute. I appreciate that. It says it's 5 minutes away. If he's here in 5 minutes, we will release you to that Uber.
Okay.
Okay?
Please, let me out of here and uncuff me. I didn't do it.
When the Uber gets here, we'll do that. Okay, this is
Gentlemen.
James.
Fellas,
Listen, James.
are any of you
James. James.
military?
James, listen to me. All you had to do was show me this in the first place.
But I'm a
What kind of
former
car?
combat medic.
Yep.
Veteran.
Thanks for your service.
And I got a little, I felt a little intimidated, man. Like I wasn't respected.
We're sorry you felt that way, James.
Yeah, James, that wasn't my intention.
We
I
were
would
coming
never
to,
do it to you guys.
we were concerned for your welfare. That's why we contacted you.
All right.
We didn't want you
Well,
walking
thank
off
you.
into the
Thank
street.
you, fellas. Thank you.
And now that we know that there's a sober driver, we're okay with releasing you.
All right. You understand that I'm a former combat Navy medic.
Yeah, I understand that, and
Iraq
thank you for your
veteran.
service.
And you just, okay, and made the right choice.
We
Not
appreciate that,
drinking
sir.
Right.
And I appreciate that, really.
The same officer who had criticized James for his inability to walk earlier suddenly claimed that he appreciated him for waiting for an Uber. It was clear that the arrest was made in retaliation for not receiving the ID he demanded.
Yeah, now, like I said, I have no problem releasing you to Uber, man, at all. But here's the thing.
Are you guys veterans?
But here's the thing:
You guys veterans?
is a lot of people lie to the cops, and as far as I know, I'm contacting you drunk, which is it's fine. You're drunk. That's not a big deal. But if you wander out in this street and get hit,
I understand.
then it's on me, man.
I understand.
Okay, it's on me, and I don't want you to get hit by a
I
car.
understand. I
So-
appreciate it. I understand.
So hang tight. As soon as Uber gets here, dude, I have no problem. I have no problem releasing you to the
Well,
Uber.
could you do me a favor and uncuff me before? Because this shit's uncomfortable, brother. I've broken
get
the
you.
laws.
I get you. You gonna be cooperative?
Absolutely.
I'm good with it if you are.
Yeah.
I'm good with that, man. Okay, just hey, as long as you and I agree that, that you're gonna be cool,
Hey,
right?
I want to have one more thing to say, brother.
No, you can talk all you want.
Talking about
You what?
5 years.
Yeah.
Seriously. I haven't been handcuffed in about 35 years.
Space that way for me, so that I can uncuff you.
Suddenly, the officer realized there was no point in keeping him in handcuffs, so they proceeded to release him from confinement.
That's easier.
That's pretty thin, easier, huh?
Fellas, I understand you have a job to do. Oh, Terry?
Yes,
Either
sir.
one of you?
No,
Yes,
not me.
sir.
Like I said,
Army for me.
all families are
You what?
me. All families are me.
Oh, okay.
I'm the only Navy.
Alright, I got one more.
I get you,
If
man.
I
It's
was
fine,
doing the
no
right
offense.
thing, I was sitting.
And I commend you for that. I really do. I commend you for that. You're good.
Yeah,
So hey,
let me tell you something.
pull up that Uber app.
Iraq veteran, okay?
Thanks for your service, man. Pull up that app on your phone again so we can see how far that Uber driver is.
Where's my phone?
It's up here. It said 5 minutes when we looked at it, so let's see where they're at.
I need to have it.
Did you have a good time tonight?
Just minding my own business.
No, I just asked if you had a good time. I didn't ask what you were doing.
I mean,
So how many minutes? Cool.
3 minutes.
I'm good with that, man. I just wanted to, because it said 5 minutes, and
it's,
they must be.
I didn't mean to be offensive, man.
No,
I
you
just
weren't
thought I was
offensive,
sitting here
man.
minding my own business.
You're not offensive, but you have to understand, man.
The wrong thing to do is drive, right?
Agreed. So let me tell you.
Worst thing to do,
let me tell you-
which I won't do.
Let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I had somebody over here that was stabbed just like that. So I wouldn't be doing my job, man, if I didn't check to make sure you're okay. Like I said, if you didn't have Uber coming and you walk out into 44th and get hit by a drunk driver or somebody's not paying attention, then that's on me, man. And I'm not. And you're a veteran, dude. I'm not gonna. I don't want that on my. I don't want here. I don't want that on my conscience.
Maybe
man.
your thing got a little out of hand, dude. I should have
No,
been
there was
more-
nothing out of hand.
James seemed to forget everything that had happened earlier, casually joking with the cops and apologizing for his actions. It was obvious that he was too intoxicated even to realize the gravity of the situation that just unfolded.
I understand.
What I thought was I'm sitting on a bench, not driving, as a veteran, because you know what? When I was in the military, I was a crazy, drinking all the time. But I thought, I'm sitting here minding my own business, and waiting on my Uber. And I'm sorry, dude, if I offended you.
No, dude, you didn't offend me. See, the thing is, you're like, an hour past last call, so.
Well, like once again, choices. Life is about choices.
I agree, man.
And the choice is don't drink and drive.
Agreed. And that's a smart choice.
Had a few drinks
Smart choice. Smart choice.
And that's the choice I make all the time.
Good. That's a good choice to make, man.
When I was in the military in my 20s, I didn't make those choices. You know, I didn't care.
As the officers made small talk with him, James's Uber finally arrived, and he went home after having his rights violated.
Necessary, man. Seriously, no apology necessary.
But I didn't lie to you.
You did not lie to me, and I appreciate that.
I told you the Uber was coming.
But you don't have to apologize to me either. There's nothing to be sorry for, man.
That's the first time I've been in handcuffs in about 26 years.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good. Hey, reminds me, I don't want to be in them anymore.
Are you Uber?
Yeah.
I got your guy's over here.
Is he okay?
Yeah. Okay. No, he's sitting in front of a closed bar. Hunched over a little bit. He's had a little bit to drink, so.
Okay.
He's good.
Okay.
He's good. He just had a good time. He's not creating any problems, but as a police officer, I drive by and see somebody hunched over on a bench outside of a closed bar, and that's a clue. All right, man. Here you go, dude.
Hey.
They're gonna get you home, brother.
Never lied to you.
Nope, you didn't. I appreciate that. They're gonna get you.
Yeah.
Yep, that's James.
Soon after this incident went viral, the Wheat Ridge Police Department responded that the officer's actions were justified. However, James later claimed that his rights were violated and aimed to file a lawsuit against the cops and the city. These cops were disrespectful, but this next officer took things up a notch with this veteran.
You have to leave the property.
He can't stand in front of my city hall to my sports on the fence.
I'm not gonna say it. Handcuffs. Turn around.
I'm engaged in constitutional
On August 19th, 2021, Army veteran and senior auditor Jeff Gray exercised his constitutional rights by holding a cardboard sign that read, "God bless the homeless vets," outside the city hall. However, a public official contacted the cops, asking them to remove Jeff from public property.
Yeah. He told him, yeah, you could go upstairs, but he didn't go.
Okay.
He just went on out the door, and now he's kind of hanging out front.
All right, I'll ask him to.
So just sweetly ask him to just float along.
Yes, ma'am. I'll take care of that for you. I love serving multi-purpose roles. Just to let you know, we also reset the AC to 72 upstairs, so it'll be cool for you guys for the.
Good.
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
All right.
Doing okay?
Yes.
All right. What's your first name?
Sergeant Hemington?
Yeah.
My name first name's Jeff. Jeff?
Jeff?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jeff. Hey, man. First, I appreciate the sign. That's awesome.
I'm hard of hearing, so can you speak up?
Yes, sir. So I appreciate the sign. That's pretty awesome. The ladies in front have asked me if you could go find another location to hang out. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not breaking any laws by any means.
Okay.
They just right here in front of City Hall is a little bit different area. You know what I'm saying? Go anywhere alongside the road.
Yes.
Just this is city property, so they were asking if you don't mind just find another location. You're not breaking any laws. You're not in any trouble.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather just hang out here.
Well, that's kind of the issue. They don't want us to sit out here. So, because it's city property, so they can ask you to leave if they want you to.
But you said I'm not breaking any laws or anything.
Well, no, but they're also the city owns the property, so they can ask you just to hang out somewhere else.
I'd rather not.
Okay, all right.
Jeff wasn't doing anything illegal, and the employees had no right to make him move. As the officer headed back inside, the employees' entitlement and ignorance were shocking to see.
Technically, he's not breaking laws, but he's on city property, so we can ask him to leave.
Yes.
And that's what I told him. I said, you're not breaking any laws. The ladies don't feel comfortable with you standing out here.
Got it.
I said, you're welcome to go stand over in the corner, down there, down there, down there. So now, if he doesn't leave, it's trespassing.
Okay. Well, hopefully he will just go.
He's already. Well, he's like, I don't feel like leaving. I was like, well, I get that, but he's like, I'd rather not.
Feel like it? Is that what he said?
He doesn't really. He'd rather not. He was polite about it. And I said, well, you're not breaking laws, but you are on city property. I said, it's owned by the city. If they don't feel comfortable with you standing out here, even though you're spreading a good message, you have to leave the property.
He can't stand in front of my city hall to my sports on the fence.
Well, I mean,
we can't have property.
If it wasn't
City
city,
property,
but considering it's city property, it's considered private property.
Yeah.
So he can go stand on the roadside anywhere else. So I got a patrol unit coming, that way I can talk to him some more and see what's going on. So I'm not trying to give you a hard time, dude. So is there a reason why you want to stand here?
God put it in my heart to stand right here and spread the message. God bless the homeless veteran.
I'm all for that. I'm all for you recording. I got no issue with that. Okay.
All right.
I got my body cam on. So
Okay.
I don't even know what that's for. Probably so you can get across the intersection. Anyways, so what I did was I called for a patrol unit because I'm actually working for the code enforcement section. Okay. I'm still a police officer. This is city property. Okay. And you do have the right to spread your message anywhere you want, unless it's private property. Then they have the right to ask you to leave. They can't tell you tear your sign up or anything like that.
Right.
But that's the whole point of why I was out here talking to you. The ladies didn't feel comfortable with somebody just hanging out in front of City Hall.
Okay.
And being that it's on city property.
Once again, the officer is in the wrong. City Hall is public property, and Jeff has as much right as anyone to stand around it. However, suddenly, the officer started to change his demeanor.
Okay. Now, if you refuse to leave, then it would be trespassing, and then you'd be in trouble. So I'm asking you nicely, if just to relocate. That's all I'm asking you to do. You can go spread that message with love any way you want, other than city property right here. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying?
This is city property?
All this is City Hall. This is city property.
All right. Am I being trespassed?
As of now, you are. Give me your ID. Now it's an investigation. I want your ID.
Leave then.
No, give me your ID. You're not free to go now. Because now you want to play the game. Go ahead and give me your identification.
If you're trespassing me, I'll leave.
Give me that identification or you're going to jail.
Give me
your identification so I can identify you and I can trespass you. Then you can leave. I'm not going to ask you a third time.
If I get arrested, I'll lose my job.
I'm not trying to arrest you. I'm trying to get you to comply with me, and you're trying to refuse to do that. So listen to me carefully. I want your identification so I can identify you and trespass you.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Sir?
What crime do you suspect me of?
You're failing to follow a lawful order, which is they've asked you to leave city property or asked me to ask you to leave. You're refusing to do so. Now I'm going to trespass you from the property.
Sergeant Heminger escalated the issue and unlawfully demanded his ID. Being a veteran auditor, Jeff stood firm to his belief and never showed his credentials to the cop.
Step off somewhere else.
Leave then?
No, now you wanted to refuse, so now I'm going to identify you and I can trespass you.
If I don't give you my ID, I'll go to jail.
That's exactly correct. You'll be arrested, you'll be fingerprinted and released. So all I want is your identification. No, not because of the sign, but because you failed to comply with my investigation, which was I asked you to leave nicely initially. You wanted to play the game with me. Now I'm playing the game with you.
Well, I said
Let me have your identification.
I said I would
identification. I'm not gonna say it. Handcuffs. Turn around.
I'm engaged in constitutional protection.
Turn around. Let me see your sign. You put your phone in your pocket. All you have to do is give me your ID, bud. What's so hard with that? You know the game because you want to say, am I being trespassed? You could have gave me your ID, I would have trespassed you and let you walk off, brother.
Yeah, you were telling me to leave. I would rather not leave.
No, you're playing the game with me is what you're doing.
If you're trespassing me, I'll leave.
I asked you to leave before that. You wanted to play the game and make me trespass you. Don't play dumb games, man. It's going to get you in trouble.
Right. Don't turn it. Why are you stopping
I'm putting
the
it in your
recording?
phone. I'm putting it in your...
You just stopped the recording, and it's all recorded right here.
And it's all recorded right here. I'm saving your battery.
Take my phone and start recording again.
Sure, gladly. If that's what you want me to do, brother, I will do that for you.
It's shocking how a sergeant had no clue about the law as he went on to arrest an innocent man just exercising his rights.
I probably would have trespassed you because I asked you at least 5 to 6 times to step off the property. You said politely that you didn't want to do that. I didn't have a problem with that. I went back and asked the ladies, I said, what do you feel comfortable with? They said, no, I don't feel comfortable with standing out here because there's a bunch of ladies that work in here. Even though you're not being violent, they have the right to ask you to leave, partner. All you had to do is go step off to the next land property over there and you could spread the message of love all day. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to bust your chops, man. I'm just doing my job.
I'm going to remain silent at this point.
Okay, you have that right. You have that right. The only thing you have to answer is name, date of birth, and about your current address. Is all that current on your license?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. All right, hang tight for a second. I'm going to grab your sign so we can take that with you, okay?
Take him on in, huh?
Yeah, he's under arrest. I asked him 4 more times. I said, listen, you're not breaking the law essentially by standing out with a sign. I said, but ladies don't feel comfortable with you being on the property because it's just a bunch of ladies, even though you're not being disorderly. I said, they have the right to ask you to leave. It is City Hall property. All you have to do is go to the next corner over here, out on towards the road. As long as you're not on the roadway, you can go anywhere else, and I'll let you walk off. So he started playing the game. Well, am I being trespassed? I was like, you know what, let me have your ID. And then he refused to give it to me, so now it was being charged with obstruction. So, and then you tried to play the game with me, right?
not
but you don't understand. Half the people you talking to are vets. I mean, we care about that, but we also have rules. I mean, you can't just do what you want.
And then when I asked you to leave, and you said, well, I'm being trespassed, I said, well, not yet, but I'm trying to help you just walk off. And he said, well, I'm being trespassed? I said, okay, now we're going to play the game. And then you refused to give me your ID. That was a big problem. Now you're under arrest for obstruction. Can one of y'all put him in the car? Follow this officer over here.
Double check them hands before you put them in your phone. Double lock.
Jeff was put in the back of the police car as the officers discussed among themselves what had happened. It's bizarre how none of the cops found anything questionable about the situation.
All right. He wanted his phone to stay recording, but now he's under arrest, so we can.
I mean, all of our shit's going, so he can do a.
He can open records request. I left it before he was under arrest.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, all right. That's his sign and whatever else he's got. And if I first started talking to him, he's being cool, man. I was like, yeah, I appreciate the message. It's all good. I said, listen to me, though. I said, the ladies in the office just don't feel comfortable with some of you standing out here. I said, they just want you to go stand, on the other piece of property.
Where was he at? Right, literally in the doorway.
Well, it's away from it, but like by the pillars.
I said, I mean, that's in the doorway.
Well, yeah.
He didn't want to do that, and he kept saying, basically, oh, I'm good, brother. I got a pair, but thank you.
You want to cry about it? I'll give you a set hold.
No, I wasn't crying.
All right, help hit me out.
Please.
If you don't mind, sir.
No problem. That's what I get paid to do, right?
I was trying to not go this route, and I was trying really hard to be nice. But look, you can go stand across the corner, brother, and do what you want.
I do my best to give all. I try my best to give all veterans as much room as I could possibly give.
Even if he wasn't being rude at first. And I said, look, dude. I said, the reason they're asking you to leave is because you're standing out here at the front of City Hall, even with a great message. There's a bunch of ladies up here. Cool. Thanks, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. $413. 1095 has been turned over to 440 for transport, and he'll advise mileage in just a minute. And I'll be clear, status 3. Can I have a case number?
$45,045.
Jeff was arrested and taken to the police station. After a couple of hours, he was released but decided to file a civil rights lawsuit against the officer and the city. He ended up winning the lawsuit, and Georgia City apologized to him for the inconvenience and will donate to charity and train their officers on First Amendment. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we saw cases where police officers went up against military veterans only to get owned pretty badly. It's sad how these cops had no respect and consideration for the people who have fought in wars for this country. In the end, though, the veterans had the last laugh, making fools out of these ignorant officers. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.